Now, just how valuable would a second high-speed rail line be to commuters and businesses in the Thames Valley and beyond? Well, that was the question a new government report into HS2 attempted to answer today.
The £50 billion scheme would cut through countryside in Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire, near towns and villages like Wendover, Aylesbury, Bicester, Banbury, and would then head up to Birmingham. But are the benefits worth the money? Our political correspondent Phil Hornby has more.
It's become a propaganda war. The government, worried they're losing the argument over HS2, were determined to fight back today. The Transport Secretary's message: it's vital for the future of our railways, and it's vital for the future of the nation's economy. The woman in charge of HS2 Limited was on the attack too, with this message for protesters from Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire.
It brings benefits to the country as a whole. The whole country needs to have a strong economy. That does benefit everybody. But of course, with a big national project like this, there are bound to be some people along the route who aren't getting the benefits but do have some local impacts. We've done an enormous amount of work to reduce those impacts.
The response to that in Aylesbury today?
I just don't think it's worth the money.
I mean, just think of some of the lovely scenery that we would lose.
It's the impact on the countryside, and is it completely necessary?
Government experts today claimed that for every £1 spent on HS2, it will make £2.30. That's down slightly on previous estimates, but still, they say, proof that it's value for money.
Well, remember, this is the sixth attempt now to prop up what I think most people recognise as a pretty failing business case. We think, actually, when you strip away a lot of the fluff from this, the real value for money assumption is that for every £1 of taxpayers' money, it actually loses 50 pence, which is pretty damning, at a time when there are far better projects around.
Labour aren't convinced about HS2. At their party conference last month, the Shadow Chancellor stressed it's not a done deal.
There will be no blank cheque from me as a Labour Chancellor for this project.
You would expect us, and the taxpayers of the UK would expect us to look very, very carefully, especially where you have a project where the costs, the contingency costs, have gone up so dramatically.
On Thursday, MPs will vote on a bill that'll pave the way for HS2. The government will win that. But you do get the sense that the arguments for and against this new railway are only just beginning. Phil Hornby, ITV News, Westminster.